Hi. Today's episode of The Pun Show was taped before the murder of George Floyd. I'd like to say three things before you watch. Number one, I still think there's room in the world for laughter. Number two, I hope you'll consider donating to the link that I've shared. And number three, Black Lives Matter. Enjoy the show. Welcome to The Pun Show. I'm your host, Macklen Maclugi. It's surreal to be doing a show online because I produce it offline, learn all my lines, you all line up to watch it, you're lying to me when you say you like it, and even though the lion's share of the work is done lying down, I'd be lying if I said that you being blindly kind didn't align with my feelings sublime. Well, I never. Yesterday was Sunday, so today must be Pun Day, June 1st. As the weather gets warmer, I think back on the ladder hopping convention I went to last year when everybody was all like, climate change, climate change, climate change. No need for a libation when you can drink up this expunation. Here I'll explain and expound upon an ex-pun. Yesterday, I referred to a COVID cure as a vaccine and juxtaposed it against a Roomba, which I dubbed a vac-unseen. I called it that because it's a vacuum, and being low to the ground, it stays largely out of sight. It's time now for the pun of the day. Tony Stark desperately wanted to be an Avenger. He was like, I yearn, man. You're probably all scratching your heads about that one, but don't worry. Next episode, I'll walk you through it. But for now, please welcome my guest, Claudio Saavedra.
Hi, everyone. Hi. Thank you for having me, Mac.
Claudio, I understand you have a subject you'd like to pontificate about.
Yeah, I also wanted to talk about, I'm a big fan of puns, so if we could talk about that, that'd be great.
That's not what we agreed on before we started recording. I thought there was something else you were going to pontificate about.
Not really. Let's talk about puns. So there's a lot of different puns, right? It's wordplay. It's all wordplay.
Yeah, I was going to say, name other types of puns besides wordplay.
You got homonyms.
All right. I mean, I would say that falls under the wordplay umbrella, wouldn't you?
I guess you're right. I should have done more research on this, but who cares? I know this is supposed to be about me, but as you can see, you're filming this during lunchtime, and I'm technically on the clock. I'm working from home. So this is really the only time I can eat lunch. So if you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, that would help me out a lot.
Okay. So there's no chance you could either finish that later or we could reschedule this interview for another time when you're not.
No. Please, I really want to do it. I'm a big fan. I'm a really big fan of your show. I don't have the time for it. Because I gotta return some emails.
Claudio, I asked you what was a good time to interview. You said now, and that's why we're doing this now, but it can be moved if this is not appropriate.
No. I'm a big fan, and I really want to do your podcast. So
great.
This is a podcast, right?
It's not a podcast.
What is it?
You think this is a podcast and we're doing it over video?
Hold on. Wait a second, Mac. That's not fair. You could still record the audio from this and publish it as a podcast, and because it's video, we're looking at each other, right?
I'm not saying you couldn't do it. I'm saying, why would I do that? Why would I have schedule a Zoom call for
I don't know. Sometimes, the garlic sauce. So what have you been up to, Mac? I haven't talked to you in a while.
I've never had is it pronounced Zankou? I've never had their chicken before.
What is?
What have I been up to? I got the idea to do this web series because of COVID-19 and the whole situation, and I see celebrities and everyone capitalizing on it and being productive and being creative during this time. John Krasinski's show was actually pretty influential. I thought I could do a low-budget DIY show, and then all the late-night talk show hosts are doing it, and I figured might as well.
You know what, Macklen? It's kind of funny because I see you often, okay? Often, I would say just as often as I see Seth Meyers or one of these TV people. If you think about it, like on Facebook or when you're doing this, like I probably see you just as much as them. So to me, you're as equal. God, it's so good. You're as an equal celebrity to me as they are. You know what I'm saying? So
Thanks,
this is like
Claudio.
this is kind of like an honor for me to be on your show. It's like being on John Oliver. It's like being on Seth Meyers.
John Oliver doesn't
You know
have
what I'm saying?
guests on his show.
It's like that.
Okay, it's like being on a show that doesn't let people come on their show.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel really. I feel as welcome as a guest on John Oliver would. Man, I gotta go, man. What are deuces?
Well, Claudio, I'm going to take this opportunity to formally and publicly apologize to you for always tapping your pack of cigarettes out of your breast pocket.
Oh, I quit. So
Congratulations.
yeah.
How long?
Oh, I should have talked about that. Fuck.
How long have you been smoke-free? Okay.
I quit on January 1st of this year, 2020, and I have smoked about like 5 cigarettes since then.
That's great.
So I don't know.
I'm proud
Also,
of you.
thanks, Mac. I really appreciate that. And you know what? As long as you're being real, I cannot believe this is still going on. But as long as you're being real, it's really nice to see you and you thriving, doing your show, being funny as always. It's really nice to know you, and I think you know that, right?
I know that.
I think you know that's how I feel about you. I love you, man. You're a good
I
dude.
love you too.
You know, we don't say that enough, but I love you.
I love you.
I love this shit.
Well, that about does it for our show today. We're back in 6 days with an all-new episode. You know what that means. It's time for a sneak peek. 1980s Brigitte. Okay. I'm Macklen McLugie, about to ride off into the sunset by taking Hollywood and where it emerges, like right around Vermont.